Hello, welcome to my spoiler review of Doctor Strange, the multiverse of madness. Just got back from the movie about 20 minutes ago. I didn't feel like shooting a review right out of the movie theater because I was still a little bit traumatized. Um, Before I go on to my review of the movie, you can see the thumbnail already, right? You can probably guess what kind of review I might give this movie, but let me go into a little rant, if I may. This may have been my worst movie experience I have had in a long, long time. I have had many bad ones over the past 40 years of my life, but this was one of the worst for sure, if not the absolute worst in the last 10 years. Okay, let me tell you what happened. We sat down when my wife and I arrived at the movie theater. She and I and my son and his two friends, his two best buds, are the only five-person in the theater, in that theater. And I'm just like, wow, what a surprise. My wife's just like, yeah, when I bought ticket, seemed like there was a lot more seat taken, but I was surprised that we got there maybe 5, 6 minutes early. But I'm just like, wow, this place is empty. Surely enough, our entire row was taken, as well as we sat one, two, three, fifth row. Okay, fifth row. So we usually pick the fifth row. That's like our favorite. It's like halfway. These are stadium seats, fancy leather chair, recliner, right? So it's not that many rows or many seats per row. So, but as the trailer start to play, our entire row got filled up. Okay, I sat at the very end, so it was me. Well, my seat was right in the middle, all right, of the theater. Okay, and then my wife, and then the three boys is over there. Just as the trailer stopped playing, I saw a mother with a 2-year-old. The kid is probably uh, 2 feet tall, very tiny. Okay, cute as a button. Both my wife and I give a little wave because the boy is adorable, but he's likely 2 years old. And he sits right next to me. And as the trailer started playing, he was great. Make no sound. He was busy eating his big bags of popcorn. The buckets of popcorn that his mom bought is bigger than him. Okay. She bought popcorn, she bought soda, she bought chips and nachos. There was food everywhere. All right. But he was busy eating his popcorn, so cute. I was looking over, wave at him, and he was looking at me, smiling. And then, as the movie start, do I expect less? It's a 2-year-old or less. Okay, let me put it this way. I don't know how old he was. He can walk, he can climb, he can make noise. He was not talking coherent words. So it was like ba da do ba da da, those kind of sound, right? Baby sound. So for the rest of the movie, from the beginning to the end of the movie, he was completely out of control. He was climbing onto my, remember these are fancy leather chair seat that's big. So he was walking over, climbing over to my chair, leaning on me, kicking me, headbutting me, um, touching my face, uh, digging his head into my side. At one point, he must have put his hand in the chip and cheese and touched me. I had cheese all over my shirt. Unbelievable. I could not enjoy the movie. Okay, I could not even. I am just sitting there like praying, praying that he would fall asleep, praying that he's gonna fall asleep. But given that he is slurping down soda or that sugar, I am like, oh my god! Oh, it was absolutely insane. Okay, he was like I said, he was trying to climb on me, getting over the head of the chair. It was just insane. Okay, sure. Occasionally, his mother would grab him and trying to pull him down and pull him away from me. But my God, the worst part though, the worst part was about halfway through the movie, or I would say two-thirds way through the movie. In one of his tantrum of climbing, falling, he fell from the top of the chair as he was trying to climb, and he slipped, and his head smacked on the table. You know, the table that you can swing in and out. And what do you expect? But screaming pain. Oh, oh my God! I'm sitting there. I'm just like, good God, what have I done to deserve this? The worst nightmare person to sit next to. I mean, I don't blame the child. He's a child. He's a poor child that dragged into a movie theater by an adult. His mommy is the one that should take all the shame. Wow. By far, the worst movie experience as far as it's not the worst movie, but I'm not sure how to categorize it. It's just god awful. And when the light turned on, now she left as soon as the movie's over. Okay, as soon as the movie was over, she didn't stick around for the end credit. She grabbed the child and bolted out of the theater. When the light turned on, the cheese sauce was everywhere, everywhere, all over the floor, all over the leather chair. It was a wreck, a complete wreck. I should have taken a picture of what that chair next to me looked like. A complete wreck. Popcorn, chip, cheese sauce all over the table, all over the floor, napkins, you name it. It was just like a complete utter disaster. Wow. My wife looked at me. She said, "I am so surprised that you're able to last the entire movie without saying anything." I suck it up. I didn't know what to do. Okay, I didn't know what to do. Anyhow, now we can talk about the movie. I will say this: the movie was fun to watch, even with all the turmoil that I had to experience. Uh, but as far as the concept, the story itself, it seemed to me like a whole lot of nonsense. Okay, that's why I grab I make the headline multiverse of gobbledygook, because it's just the reasoning. Is Chavez power just throw a punch and open the multiverse? What else is there? So what is the use of her power but to throw somewhere else, to go into a different. I don't understand. Okay, I'm watching the movie. I'm like, is it? What is the use of this power? I don't know if they changed her power in the comic books or not. I have no idea. Uh, but I enjoyed the movie. I enjoy the interaction between Doctor Strange and his love in the other verse, as well as Chavez. Okay, so I don't have a complaint with the acting. I don't have a complaint with the CGI. I have a. I just don't think this. I just thought the story was an utter mess for me. Maybe because I am so distracted with the little child constantly touching me, kicking me, headbutting me, touching my face, all kind of stuff, and I'm just like, I'm trying my best to enjoy the movie, but maybe I get distracted. All I know is the best I could. The story didn't make a whole lot of sense. The reasoning, what's going on with Wanda, didn't make a whole lot of sense. I did enjoy seeing the Illuminati. I did enjoy seeing Wanda completely destroy the Illuminati. Um, uh, she Wanda is so powerful. She utterly destroy and kill every single thing. Um, so I enjoyed that part. But oh my God, Patrick Stewart looks so old and frail in that movie. Okay, so I think it's time for him to retire. Uh, he has done a great job over the many years, but he looks so frail in that movie. Um, I enjoy seeing Reed, Richard. Like I said, I enjoy seeing Richard, the other Captain Marvel, Black Bolt from the TV show. What? Black Bolt from the TV show? I'm like, say what? Right? Oh, and I thought it was so funny on how she handled Black Bolt. Like I said, I enjoy how Wanda handled every single member of the Illuminati, every single one of them. Um, and quite frankly, I don't, like I said, other than that, I don't really understand the whole story. Maybe it's worth rewatching one of these days. Maybe I need to um, uh, watch some spoiler review from other smarter YouTuber to understand what the f is going on. But overall, it's like I said, I was entertained. At the end of the day, I was entertained. The story was a mess for me. The acting was not a problem. Um, AG Surfer here, yeah, Scarlet Witch is not to be messed with, and I don't. To be honest, I don't understand what the heck is going on with her. As far as is she back to normal? And if she is, what universe is she in? Right. So like I said, it's just so many things that make a whole lot of nonsense to me as far as what's going on. Yeah, I definitely need to watch other YouTuber to explain things to me because I simply miss a lot. For those that just pop in, HE Surfer and Rag, if you just pop in and miss the first 10 minutes of this chat, go back and rewatch the first 10 minutes when you have a chance to see why I am so confused. As I mentioned, it is by far the worst movie experience that I went through in the last 10 years, easily, if not ever. Okay, but I can't recall when is the last time I had such a bad experience at the movie. Not because the movie was bad, but the person, the family next to me. Oh my God. Um, God awful, God awful. And I don't understand how any adult can drag a 2-year-old child into that movie. I think it's less than two, to be honest. I think the child is probably, it gotta be right. By two, you can talk, right? You can say daddy, mommy, yes, no, right? I'm trying to remember when my son is 2 years old, he can make coherent words, and this kid was not. This kid was like babbling nonsense the whole movie. So it was not. So I don't know. I don't know how old he was, but he was tiny. He was less than 2 feet tall. It's god awful experience. I cannot believe that I had to endure the entire movie with that child next to me. Lovely child, cute as a button. But for him to be climbing all over me, kicking me, touching me, smearing food on me, it was like, whoo, lunacy. Okay, lunacy. So I normally I do a quick review with my family in a car as soon as we leave the theater. But with this movie, because like I said, I smell like natural cheese. Okay, when a light turn on and I see how much food was on me, cheese, I just want to get home and change. Okay, because I smell like natural cheese because the kid smeared cheese all over my shirt and everything, and I just had to run home and change and do this. But overall, did I like this movie more than the first Doctor Strange? Um, the answer is yes. Okay, the first Doctor Strange to me was a whole lot of gobbledygook as well. Okay, and I was not impressed with the first movie as either. The entire Inception, all that stuff. Um, now the extra scenes, weak, weak, weak as heck. I mean, I like Charlize Theron, but my God, she looked not so good. The way they could they have even make a better setting, or she just didn't look like the Charlize Theron that I would normally say, "Whoa, beautiful woman." And then the other one with the guy Bruce Davidson punching himself. Oh, come on, that's not why. Oh, come on, that is no. I felt I was disappointed at that scene. Okay, I'm just like, really? I sat through the credit for that? Oh, what what the heck? Well, Chef R.D. Harris liked it a lot more. Okay, you give it an 8.5. Um, I gave the first Doctor Strange movie a 7 out of 10. Would this movie score a slightly higher score? I would say yes. I like it more. Okay, the story was a whole lot of gobbledygook to me, but when it get on Disney Plus, because I do have Disney Plus, in 3 months, 4 months, whenever it is, I definitely will rewatch it because I don't want to give a complete grade based on my horrible personal experience at the movie theater with a small child climbing on me, kicking me, touching me, headbutting me, smearing food on my face, on my shirt, you name it. It was just god awful. Okay, it's just all of my son and my wife, all the kids, after after we leave the movie theater, they're just like, oh my god, dad, Mr. Vu, we feel so bad for you because if we can hear 5 seat over and see the chaos after, because as they leave the theater they walk by that chair with food everywhere, cheese sauce everywhere, napkins all over the place. They're like, you sat next to that? We heard the child cry. I'm like, yeah, because he fell at one point, hit his head on the table and wail out like any child would when you fall and hit your head on a hard object, right? So, good God, good God. So yeah, I enjoy my favorite part of the movie is when the last third. I enjoy the last third part of that movie a lot, from the point where they uh, show the Illuminati all the way to the end. I like all of that. Okay, I like all of that. Um, but I don't understand that part at the end where Doctor Strange had the third eye on his forehead. I need to watch other review to explain to me like what the f does that mean. I don't